Hey Tracy, just walk us through what that ninth inning is like for you. Just kind of, you're trailing and then you end up coming away with the victory. What's that like in the dugout for you specifically? And then what does this kind of a win do for you guys moving forward in such a tough regional?
Well, it's baseball. I mean, anything can happen. That's why you play the last out. But I thought we put through together some really good at bats. So, but from a manager position, if you're asking me like what it's like for me, is you try to put your guys in a position to be successful, and then it's just trust the training and all of that. So I trust these guys. Um, you know, Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't thrilled because we almost gave that thing away. But I love this resilient attitude of this team, and that was what was the difference.
Michael.
Tracy, with Will out in the seventh, was there a thought with you guys up one and that 2-0 count when, on that better of the bases loaded? Was there a thought then of pulling him in the middle of that at bat like he had done with Graham earlier in the game?
Yeah, but we'd made a mound visit, so you couldn't do it because he clearly didn't have it. You could see it. But we'd made the mound visit, so he had to finish the hitter. Couldn't make the change at that point.
Jeff?
You've talked all year about how you got to play these kind of games. You got to play from start to finish. You're just not necessarily a team that's just going to run away from people. And you've done that a lot. Does that pay off, that sort of muscle memory, if you want to call it that, when you get in this situation and at this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, I could hear our guys were still confident in the dugout, like, hey, we can do this. We've been here before a bunch, so let's just keep playing. So, yeah, I mean, all of those experiences over the course of the year certainly help you when it comes to tournament play. And these guys somehow find a way, and we've talked about it. It may be ugly, but at the end of the day, you just got to have one more run than the other team. So proud of these guys, the way they hung in there and genuinely believe they had a chance to win that thing.
Jack?
Did you or JK notice anything mechanically wrong with Graham or Will tonight? Or what do you think it was just a little bit of a mental burden for them?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it was much. I don't think it was much on the physical side. I think it was more up top. And we got to keep in mind too, these guys, they haven't been in this position before. So it's every time you're in a tournament setting, it's different. I'd love to sit here and tell you that it's not, but these guys are young guys still trying to figure it out. And, we're going to need those guys the rest of this weekend. So I'm kind of glad if that's the nerves, we get them out of the way this one and still get the win, because they're going to play an important role the rest of the weekend.
Raymond?
Hi, Tracy. Did the bullpen performance and usage tonight influence how long a leash Justin will have tomorrow?
That's a good question. I don't, we've been doing this all season. Clearly we didn't want to use that many guys tonight and have to extend. So, the plan would be, that Justin gives us a lot. It gives us 6, would be nice. So we'll just have to see. We're going to take it one pitch, one inning at a time. We've never had the luxury of it being conventional all season, and I don't see that starting now.
Kendall, go ahead.
Yeah, Tracy, obviously from a national perspective, Fairfield's kind of been a hard team to get a read on, considering they played Metro Atlantic competition all year long. As a guy who's seen different styles across the country throughout your career, what was kind of your takeaway of these guys tonight?
Yeah, just what you said. This game really, really concerned me because as much film as you watch, we still didn't have a good handle. There were no common opponents, nothing like that, where they played outside of the conference. So, they know how to win. I don't care who you're playing, what league you're playing. You're 37 and you're 34 games above 500. You're doing something right. And we said it right from the first inning, like they're for real. Like that guy put that swing on and juiced that ball in the first inning. That wasn't an accident. These guys know how to win. They're competitive and they're good. So I feel very fortunate to get out of here tonight with a win.
We're going to do the last couple questions. Ethan?
Yeah, Tracy, you talked about just kind of figuring out ways to win. It's a really young team and a young group of guys. What have you done throughout the season to get them to be able to come up in big moments and be able to get those wins?
Just keep trying to stay positive and just, hey man, let's play it all the way through. Baseball's gonna, it's gonna give you a share of disappointments, but we got to stay locked in and play all the way through. And sometimes it works out for you, sometimes it doesn't. But trying to get these guys to stay right here and just keep playing. Don't get caught up in the emotion. Don't get caught up in the score. Just play. Play the game the way it's supposed to be played.
Michael?
Tracy, with you look at what happened with Pivarov at the play, obviously getting hit with the tying run, then Sean's walk off. But the plays like set up that rally. Lampy's hit on 1-2, Kai Murphy coming off the bench for a pinch hit. Just how important is that to not only start the rally, but to be able to call on guys off the bench and produce in a big spot like that?
I think it says a lot for those guys to stay mentally ready and into the game. So they did their job and delivered. And that's all you can ask as a coach. Be ready. Be ready when called upon. So I was really pleased because I thought Kai's hit was huge. When we went first and third there, I thought, okay, that we're in pretty good shape right here. But I just loved how the guys were mentally into the game and ready to hit in that last inning.
Last two questions, Jeff.
You referred to the first inning, but Thornton really pitched pretty well, I thought, particularly coming back off that UCLA game. So what did you think of what he did? And then just can you give us a read on Texas and what it means, just the challenge of playing them tomorrow?
Yeah, no, I thought Tyler was great. I mean, he did his job. He got us deep into the game. I just wish we could have held on, held it for him to win. I thought he pitched certainly well enough to win. When he settled in those middle innings with the slider and the breaking pitch, I thought he was really effective. So, I was very, very pleased with his performance. We're excited about it. This is the way we wanted to draw it up. We wanted to draw it up to find a way to win that first game and then throw, your best pitcher at Texas tomorrow night. We feel good about it. Our guys are confident. They should be confident. We're confident and going to go, and we'll embrace that underdog role. But I think we're pretty good. So I'm excited, and I know our guys are excited, and I promise you we will compete.
Jacob, last question.
Tracy, all 7 of your runs tonight came from freshmen, and just to have the kind of resolve in a game like this from such young players, what does that say about this team and kind of what it's capable of despite the lack of experience in such a big setting?
Well, sometimes freshmen, they're too dumb to realize what's going on. I say that facetiously, but it's awesome because every game that these guys play, it's just one more notch in the experience belt. Because we've had so many guys on the roster who've never been to an NCAA tournament like this, so. To get the experience for the first time in a tight ball game, a come from behind win, those things I truly believe will help you down the road and certainly this weekend. So very proud of the guys for keep playing.